Okay, okay, Vivian. Good morning, everyone. This is Eleazar Santos Tejada. This recording is from Melgar, Tolima. This is our ninth encounter for this group B. Today is October 29, 2019. It is online now. Viviana Gisette. Good morning, Viviana.
Good morning, dear teacher.
All right, welcome. And Jorge, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
All right. Okay, the idea today is to share some experiences, maybe information that you know by your own, for your own experiences, maybe information that you have listened from other people, or even the information you found on the internet about some special holidays that we celebrate around the world. Okay, so I'm gonna begin with Jorge. Is your topic is kind of great, great for people in Europe. Not so much for this part of the world, but it's a great celebration because we listen about that frequently. Jorge, what can you tell us about the Oktoberfest?
Mm, okay, teacher. I have shared that Oktoberfest is like a festival. It's like a party with drinks, with some beers that they used to drink. Mm, for example, the Oktoberfest is in autumn, where it's lovely for them. You know, it's an special day for in Deutschland. You know, in Deutschland that is
Yeah.
celebrated that day. What else? In the summer, uh, in the summer we can surface. We can be happy with salads. You know, they prepare those kind of things, foods, different kind of foods to warm, you know, to warm the environment. Some potato soups, sausages, excuse me, hot salads, dumplings, and beers. I mean the Oktoberfest party, the main thing or the main point in the Oktoberfest party is the food and the drink. Um, for example, they used to put in order the meal and the drink, you know, for the excuse me, to avoid problems in the stomach, you know, because you know the mix of the yeah the mix of the different meals can be um can be dangerous for the stomach or for the body in the future.
Mhm.
So they used to improve and to mix some good meals to avoid those kind of problems. And what else? Well, I said that Dr. Fest party is in Germany, and it is celebrated too in different part of the world. You know, for
Yes.
example, they used to put also they used to put music too in the Oktoberfest. Well, the beer, the food. For example, in Deutschland, they used to do it in Munich because it's joined with some festivities in festivity events in the year. I don't remember if it is uh, per year or per month. I think it's per year that is celebrated the Oktoberfest. Well, the food. What else? Mm, what else? Okay. They used to decorate the some tables with light color, you know, with the German flag. You know the German flag is black, red, and gold. So
Yeah.
they used to decorate some tables with their flag.
Yes.
um, what else? And they used to decorate with with the Bavarian flag. It's
Mhm.
like the that flag is white, is with white diamonds. So they used to do that. What else? Well, and they used to cook traditional German food. But they always they always have to plan the quantities, because in the autumn, people increase people used to increase in the autumn, where to celebrate the Oktoberfest. Yeah. So this is very important, the quantities of the food or drinks, beers, all those kind of things. That's it.
All right. Thank you. Uh, it is a great festival, as you said. It is not only celebrated in Germany, but also in many places around the world. Okay, this is really good. I talked some facts after Viviana's speech. Okay, so I will ask you a couple of questions maybe for Oktoberfest. Okay, Jorge.
Okay.
Okay, Viviana, and you, what can you tell us about Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah, teacher. Okay, Thanksgiving Day is a national holiday in the United States and celebrate on the fourth Tuesday of November in United States, also in Brazil, and in some island of the Caribbean.
Mhm.
Also celebrate on the second Monday of October in Canada. Yeah, the Thanksgiving Day began as a day of thanking God for the blessing of the harvest and
Yes.
the previous year, and has been celebrated nationally since um, um, 1789. Uh, Thanksgiving Day is regarded as beginning of the fall winter holiday season, along with Christmas and the New Year in America culture. The New England colonists
Yes.
were accustomed to regularly celebrating Thanksgiving days of prayer, um, thanking God for blessing such a military victory, of the also of the den of a drought, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Viviana. The same. There are many aspects that maybe nowadays we recognize as those celebrations because of technology. Because most of those celebrations or holidays around the world have been becoming more commercial, than cultural. But again, for this kind of encounter is to talk about cultural aspects. Is to talk about cultural aspects. For example, in Oktoberfest, when is it celebrated, Jorge? Do you know? When it is supposed to
Uh,
celebrate?
so it's in autumn, but I don't in autumn of Germany, but I don't know the date. But it's in autumn. I mean, it's always with the autumn arrives is that date. But I in the services that I could find find is autumn. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. It is supposed to start on the first Sunday of October, you know? Yeah, because of autumn, because
Yeah.
it's kind of for the tradition is usually celebrated or starting the celebrating in that day, but can be longer, can be after some days depending on the families, but it's supposed to start that. Do you know what any other activities, Jorge, do people do in that celebration?
Yes, teacher. Well, as I was talking about, well, they prepare a lot of food. They prepare salads. They prepare well, they share a lot of beers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, they in the Oktoberfest party, they start to paint some tables of the with the Germany flag. They used to paint with black, with yellow. Well, the 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 Germany flag. You know the colors of the Germany flag.
Yeah.
The activities that they do. They used to do it in Munich. Mm, you know, they I mean they decorate the tables with the colors of the flag, as I was telling to you. What else? Okay, they used to put some kind of music in the party, um, and you know, and they invite some guests to playing along the celebrations. What else? They purchase, yeah. Um, well, the beers that is the most important in that Oktoberfest. What else? Well, the traditional cook. They plan a lot of the. I mean, they used to plan a lot the quantity of food that they require in those moments, because the appetite of in those celebrations are very huge. Mm, what else? Um, okay, they used to invite guests, you know, los invitados.
Yep.
What else? Okay, they do some plays as I mean they fill their hands with loaded stains, you know the stains, and they start to make some races and finish, and who finish in the first place and cross the line the first place win. You know, it's like competitions that they used to do. Mm,
Yes.
so they have to finish with the beer with in the left in the left in of his stain, you know. I mean, this is the stain is like the the, the arm, you know, the part of the arm. Mm, what else? That that's like the most important of that celebration.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, consider the aspect that I am typing on the screen for later, Jorge. Viviana, what is the typical way to celebrate the American in this festivity? What do they do? What is the most common scene that we can say, oh, okay, they are in Thanksgiving Day, they do this? What is the most particular way for them to celebrate, Viviana, nowadays, at this time?
A part of this,
Yeah.
okay. I think Valentine's Day. Also,
No, Viviana, sorry. What I mean is, how do they celebrate in family the Thanksgiving Day? What do they do?
I don't understand you, teacher.
Yeah, it's
Ah, hey, yeah. Uh, they share the chicken in the
uh-huh.
table. Chicken is a dish more special, more as frequent. Yeah.
Mhm.
And also the ensalada, a drink, um, is as the dishes more, yeah, more frequent, more, um, yeah, the turkey, the turkey. I don't know more.
All right. Thank you. Uh, Remember the Thanksgiving Day celebration is based on is based on food. Okay? Can you make silent your microphone, Vivian?
Excuse me, teacher.
Maybe you need to silence your microphone.
Yeah, teacher. There is a very noise.
Yeah, it's noisy. Okay, don't worry. I know it's not your fault. Okay, the celebration of the Thanksgiving Day is, as you said before, Viviana, is because they say thank you. They are saying thank you for the harvest, for the food,
Yeah.
because after many years, those immigrants, American immigrants, were on desert, were walking and walking and walking, and finally, when they were established in one place, they could harvest, they could produce food. So this is one way to say, hey, thank you, God, because it's Thanksgiving. And they celebrate together in family, with the friends, with all the people. Okay, so the idea in that celebration is to share food. So if you are in the United States, for example, on Thanksgiving Day, it doesn't matter if you are not, I don't know, or if you have no a big family to celebrate, because your neighbors surely invite you. Your neighbors invite you to eat, okay, especially to eat the lunch or the dinner in their houses. So it's one way to share time, to share food, and to say thank you because they have food to eat. So that's the celebration. Do you did you know that before, Viviana? Did you know this celebration before?
Yeah, teacher.
Did you know this celebration? Do you celebrate this in Colombia, or people in Colombia know this?
Sometimes,
Hmm.
sometimes with my family celebrate.
Okay, the Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
We we do a prayer,
Uh-huh.
giving blessings, giving thanks uh, to God for
Yeah.
the food, for the occasion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Thank you. So Thanksgiving Day, that is the celebration, but as I mentioned before, it is becoming a commercial a commercial celebration. When it's Thanksgiving Day, you listen something about Black Friday. You know, you listen commercials, advertisement, and a lot of Yeah, especially a lot of advertisement about discounts, and they say Black Friday. What is Black Friday? If you pay attention, Black Friday is coming from the Thanksgiving Day. Jorge, do you listen that expression in Colombia, Black Friday?
Um,
In November, huh?
yes, I do. I have heard about it because here in Vitama, I think it nearby it nears a Black Friday in a mall that is called
Uh-huh.
Inno. It's called Inno. So, um, for example, it's like like some sales that the malls that start to make for the users, you know. So it's very important. It's very important to have this date in mind because you can buy a lot of things with sales. You know, there's like a crazy prices in the you know in the place that they offer that. Mm, I mean, it's very, I mean, it's like a craziness because there are a lot of people who start, who want to go to that place and you know there are a lot of problems to pay, you know, so
Yeah.
you have to do a lot of or you have to wait a lot of time to pay your your account so or your product.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know, but I think it's a new a new um offer here in Colombia because I mean in I heard that expression Black Friday, but not so much time ago. So
Mhm.
I started to hear that in the last year, only the last year. And you know, and this year I think they are going to make a lot of another Black Friday in November. I think so.
Mhm. Yes, it is true. Okay. Yes, that's true. And maybe it's close. This is the it's in next month. I invite you to pay attention. Maybe the advertisement, the commercials, and you will find a lot of discounts, a lot of offers in different products. But again, the tradition is coming from the United States to give thanks for the products. What commercial people, what the businessmen do is to say, okay, thanks God because we have product. That's the reason they give you discounts. That's the reason they give you good prices, low prices, because the idea is people buy a lot. If you pay attention next Thanksgiving Day next month in November, you will find that many people travel to the United States. Completely people from around the world, they travel to the United States to buy. Because if you say, okay, I buy a computer in $500, that day you can buy the same computer for $100, for example. If you
Yeah,
buy clothes, shoes, anything, you can buy them really, really cheap. So that is one way the commerce say, okay, thanks God because we have a work, we have a job, we have resources to have a good life, and they say, okay, that is the way to say thank you for the capital, for the family, for the products they have. So it's a really good
yeah,
thing to pay attention. And maybe in
yeah,
Colombia you listen Black Friday, all the company, no? Telephone
yeah,
companies, computer companies, maybe Éxito, Jumbo, all of the Black Friday. But what is that? Offer, okay? Discounts, really good discounts, low prices to try to imitate what people do in the United States, especially. Okay?
Okay.
yeah.
Sure, I have question.
Yes.
Because is the color, because is black. Yeah, yeah. If boy, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and don't understand the color.
Yeah, it's because it's supposed the celebration for American people, the celebration begins on Thursday. You know, That
Yeah.
should be the time when you should share with the family, food, things like that, all the day, that Thursday, you know. And you suppose they are imagining they have good time because previously many people died, you know. Many of immigrants died in the desert because they had no food. So it's one way to show the contrast, okay? That black means they can leave behind the dead and the bad times, you know. The bad times can be left behind because they are or they found one place to harvest, to have food, things like that. It's kind to say that, but again, nowadays in the commercial context, they say Black Friday. Okay, what is black? It's just a name, you know. It's just a name because maybe people don't know where the tradition is coming from, you know. But that's the real means. That's the real means for us in here in Colombia. When you see Black Friday, any company offered products. Why is Black Friday? They don't know. It's because they mention or remember that people died before. Okay, people died before many years ago, especially in the desert in the United States when they had no food.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Yes. Okay. As long as the other students didn't appear for this encounter, I want to ask you about the other holidays. What you know, okay? Try to tell me what you know. So the assignment for my day was St. Patrick's Day. Maybe you have listened about St. Patrick's Day. What do you know about St. Patrick's Day, Jorge? Have you listened that before?
St. Patrick,
Yeah.
but I have heard, but I think it's in the United States, but here in Colombia it has a lot of another name. I don't remember.
Yeah, San Patricio.
Uh, uh, uh yeah, St. Patrick. I mean St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Well, I San Patricio. It's I mean, it's when people. It's like a party, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like a party. I have heard that it's like a party
Correct.
with people who dress with green with green clothes.
Yes.
Um, but I don't. I mean, I don't remember so well what is the meaning. It's like an a religion days. I think
Yeah.
it's like an a
Yes,
religion days,
it is.
on a cultural day.
It's religion.
It's religion, but I don't know so much about that day. Uh, it, when I have read some books about traditions and those kind of things.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it says about it's in March. It's in March.
Yep.
I don't remember.
Yes, it is.
Uh, but I know that it's in some countries, but it is in Europe. It is not in Latin America.
Correct.
Mm, as you know, Europe have, and I think it's my personal opinion, Europe have a lot of more celebration here than in Colombia. It's like the culture. Well, I think because if they celebrate that religion day, they always should prepare some food. You know,
Mm.
I suppose they prepare some food is the minimum thing that they should do. And as every day of celebration in each part of the world, they have to be, it's like kind of public day, public life. When they celebrate that event, they it should be like a public event. So that's that's more or less what I know about that they teach.
Yeah. Thank you. That's good. That's correct. And you, Viviana, what do you know about St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, teacher. I think that uh, there is a regional religious celebration.
Uh-huh.
It celebrate on 17 March. Is a death day traditional of Saint Patrick. Um, Saint Patrick is a main pattern of Ireland.
Yes.
Also is a party official of the Christianism.
Yes. Mhm.
Also is of Catholic Church. Um, mm, is 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 a celebrate of patrimonio and the culture of the island dance in general. Um, Generally made desfiles, no sé cómo se dice.
Parade. Parade.
Array,
Mhm.
array, and okay, parade, um, and festivities. Um, and Easter, where the Christianity belongs at this religious service. I don't know.
Okay, no, thank you. Thank you, Viviana. That's okay. Okay, that's true. Okay, that's true. And maybe we see people that day wearing dresses in green all over the world. The celebration is becoming from Ireland, okay, for Irish people, okay, and they celebrate that St. Patrick's, that's St. Patrick brought, the Christianity, this religion, to this country because they were pilgrims. So they were walking one place to another, one country to another, and when they were established in Ireland, they brought the Christianity to this, so they celebrate that occasion. But the question is, do you know why green or what the green color means?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yeah, maybe you know what means the green color. Why green? No.
No.
Okay. You suppose when they accepted the Christianity, this religion, the people used to present or to have in their hands a plant with three leaves, the three leaves. And the three leaves represent the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, So
Yeah.
they accepted this as a symbol, and the green is because they use that plant, the plant with three leaves, and they make it popular, and that is the reason why nowadays people celebrate wearing any clothes in green. So that day people used to wear green clothes. Okay, that's the reason why the green color for the plant for the three leaves. Okay, let's move to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Do you think people in Colombia celebrate Valentine's Day similar to in the United States? Jorge?
Well, teacher, that as you know, Valentine's Day is I mean, was in that day was made by USA, but I think Colombian people used to copy those kind of behaviors because
Mhm.
if you are if that they grow up in that country, I mean, is very important for people to follow that those kind of behaviors, right? For example, I don't know if it's similar because I haven't gone to United States, but here in Colombia, well, it is on January on February 14th, I think. Um, and it has some matters such as romantic love in many regions. It involves the religious too, the cultural significance, mm, and it is recognized by the love,
Mhm.
or the love between people. Overall, is to recognize the love between people. And the significance, as I am talking, that's the celebration of love. When here in Colombia, we used to give some gifts and to send or to write some greetings cards, to date with the lover, and the churches used to do some services for that date. Mm, what else? We have to say that in Valentine's Day, I think we can we can meet with our friends. I don't remember, but I think we can
Yeah.
meet with our friends and celebrate that that day, right? Um, what else? Mm, that day, as you know, is associated with the romantic love, and with the friendly with mm, our friends. Um, in England, I have searched that in England they used to. I mean, in the 18th century, they used to celebrate those kind of dates, and they do with they celebrate with flowers, and
Mhm.
confectionating some I mean some cards and some greetings for their lovers, and they use it to do or to make some symbols to represent that day. Mm, and they that day in England they call as the arriving of Cupid, So the different kind of countries have a meaning and different meaning, but similar, but they used to do some different activities to separate the activities of one country or on another country to avoid the same activities of other countries. So that's like my meaning about that datage.
Yes, thank you. You're right. You're right. And so maybe Viviana have more information about Valentine's Day because it's a special celebration, especially for women.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, teacher, is a day very special. Um, for the couples and also for the friends because it's an occasion festival of romantic love and very people gifts and especially to their partners. Um, for example, there in Colombia, also celebrate the friendship
Mm-hmm.
this date. Um, so people give details, detalles,
Yeah,
uh,
gift, presents.
presents. Yeah, give presents. Uh, for example, the partners they going to eat a romantic meal in some restaurant or going to dance. It's for the woman is very important. It's very special. It's very nice.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, what is the symbol of Valentine's? Usually is a heart, Usually it's a heart, because it's supposed to be the symbol of love, love. But as Pedro and Viviana say, it's not only the love in couples for maybe husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, but as well is love, from God, from the family, for the family members, when you share love. So that's the idea of Valentine's Day, because most of the people think that Valentine's is only for romantic men, wife and husband. You know, love is love. Okay, love is love coming from God, coming from family, coming from father, mother. Uh, that's the idea to celebrate love. That's the reason the symbol is a heart. It's a red heart. That's the symbol for Valentine's Day. Okay, Valentine's Day. All right, thank you. About Halloween, it is maybe in 2 days expected to celebrate almost around the world. Not around the world, but almost around the world. Halloween. Uh, what people celebrate in Halloween, Jorge?
Uh, well, thank you. Mm, Halloween, as you know, it started. Well, I don't. I have read that in the United States, but there. I think there is a country, England. It started like a cultural day with some tradition, with some dark traditions.
Uh-huh.
For example, there are a lot of people that share some religion as evangelics, and they don't share to put mask or to make some arrangement in their faces or to decorate their body because they say that it's like to call the devil, so
Mhm.
it's like it has some different meanings in different words. For example, here in Colombia, um, we used to need to put masks to go to request some sweets to the people, and overall we can see that in children, uh, but I don't know if it is a familiar date because if there are a lot of children who used to do that, but I don't think it should be a familiar date because the traditions uh, doesn't say that. So um, we are in 20 in October 29th. So it lasts 2 days.
Mhm.
And I have to say that we can see some some children who have um, who have some mask before the date. For example,
Mhm.
now we can see some celebrations here in Vitama, and make some parties um, according to that date. But the date the day hasn't arrived, but they used to do some celebration in bars, in nightclubs. We can see that they celebrate that day before,
Mhm.
and they make some special parties to celebrate the arriving of that date. That's it, teacher. Is what I
That's
know
great.
about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Jorge. Yeah, that's great. And you, Viviana, what do you know about Halloween?
Yeah, in Halloween, mainly the children dress of different, uh, we use different custom,
Correct.
uh, using different characters. Also, the adults also use custom.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, on October 31 is the day celebrate, and also childrens go out street
Mhm.
and the houses to ask or to
Yeah. Ask
ask
for candies.
for sweets,
Uh-huh.
sweets. Also, they sing. Um, yeah,
All right.
yeah. Personality, I don't use custom.
Okay. No. Okay. Don't do it. Thank you, Viviana. Yeah, that's true. Those are the perceptions we have about Halloween. Okay, in some places around the world, they celebrate Halloween. Mm, really is to say that is the previous night before the main celebration, but because the celebration like that should be next day. You know, if you see in Colombia, we next Monday we have a holiday. You know, so next Monday you don't go to work. Why? What we celebrate? You know, it's supposed is the celebration for all the dead people. You know, all the dead people. That's what people celebrate around the world. You know, but people celebrate one day before or the night before going out, asking for candies, you know, wearing some customs, those kind of things that have some kind of relation with the dead, you know, kind of relation with the dead, because next day is the day of all the saints, you know, all the saints is what we celebrate in Colombia. For that is the reason we don't have to work on Monday. We have holiday because it's the day of all the saints, is what we Catholic religion say. Yes, people, as Jorge said, some people consider it's not appropriate to wear those kind of clothes. Don't wear some mask, things like that, or paint the body because it's another totally different thing. I ask you a question again. Again, this is a commercial festivity now everywhere. I ask you, when we celebrate the Day of Children, when is the celebration for the children? Because now commercials say, okay, it's October 31st, so in Halloween. Is it true? Jorge, what do you mean?
Um, I mean, it's
So you
a
think
hard
you think
question
October
because
31st is the Day of Children?
Well, if we search in the books about history, we can find that that meaning, that it's in October to the first. But I mean, I think we is that I mean, it's my personal opinion. I think is the same date, but in the morning, because on night we can see a lot of dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous to some.
Mm,
I mean, to some guys or some children to go out to request some sweets. As you know, in the in the past in the past with England or in United States, there were some rituals at night, so
mhm,
they use it to do some rituals, but at night and with masks and with some clothes that people nowadays used to wear in these days. Um, and I think it could be it is the same date in October 31st, but in the mornings. In the morning, excuse me. Mm, in the morning because in here in Duitama I can see children in at 9 a.m. Requesting some sweets and with their masks and with
mhm.
their paints in their body, and it's like the moment because night represent another thing that than than the morning. It's different. In the
Yes.
morning we can see so much dangerous facts, but at night, yes, we can see a lot of bad situation for for children.
Yes. Thank you. Viviana, do you think we celebrate October 31st of the Children's Day or when? When is the correct day?
Yeah, teacher, is true. I think that is a day very important for day because children enjoy very much this day. Um, the the made of they use custom generate them very emotion um, and enjoy give different things, sweets. Yeah.
All right.
So I think is true.
Okay. Thank you. Um, Again, it's my personal opinion. Okay. The celebration for the children or Children's Day is in April. April is the month for children. Okay. But again, the commercial and the how to say that, yeah, the festivities change from place to place and from time to time, and nowadays they say, okay, October 31st is the Children's Day. Really, no, really the Children's Day is in April. If you check in the school and by the government, but everywhere in April is when we celebrate Children's Day. And but children like October 31st because of candies, sweets, and the customs, going out, asking house to house for candies. So it's kind of changing the name of some actions. Okay. Uh, Finally, I want to ask you about Christmas. Okay, about Christmas. As well, we know that Christmas is celebrated totally different from continent to continent, from country to country as well. We can see differences. Okay, in the celebration. But for you as a personal opinion, how do you celebrate your Christmas here in Colombia? Your personal opinion, Jorge. How do you celebrate Christmas? If you do.
Uh, okay, teacher. Well, I used to meet with my whole family. Well, I have to say that I used to travel and for job for job for job matters, but I have time to go here to Itama or to travel to Cartagena, and meet with my I mean, with all my family. Um, and we celebrate that occasion with some reflection about our acts. And for example, we can go to a trip. We can prepare an special food, and so and buy Coca-Cola. You know what the typical food that we prepare in those days. Mm, we also go out, go to trip. For example, um, if I am very busy, well, if I am very busy, I assist. I try to assist, but in another hand, I have to say that we write some letters to our member of the family, and 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 say what we think about him, or about her, what we think that is bad for you, what we think that is good for you. It's like a reflection that we do in those dates. And also we decorate the tree, decorate the tree, and we put some lights, and we take pictures, we take videos, we we make some publishments in Facebook and Instagram, about our family, and we have the opportunity to make a trip is better, right? Because it is very it's very complicated to travel in those days, but we used to do it because we can see a lot of trucks, in the road, or we can get late in many times when we
Mhm.
travel around. So that's what we do, teacher.
Right. Thank you very much. And you, Viviana, how do you celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, teacher. Personally, there in where I live, um, this night we wear new clothes.
Mm-hmm.
um, and also we, with my family and me, going to the church for the birth of God child. God
Uh,
child. And after we have a special meal, and we open the gifts. Also, we wish our friends a Merry Christmas. And after, and there is a party in the streets celebrating celebrate the date, the special date.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you eat on Christmas, Viviana? ¿Lechona o tamal?
The meal is cold meal, comida fría.
Okay. Cold
Yeah.
food? Uh-huh.
Uh, Turkey. Sometimes is turkey or chicken.
Okay. That
Yeah.
is good. Great. You, Jorge, what do you eat on Christmas?
Uh, well, I used to eat chicken, mm, and uh, what else? I used to eat. I think this another how is the name? Natilla. I don't remember what's
Uh-huh.
the meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Natilla and buñuelos.
Yeah.
and those kind. Yeah, and you know the typical food that we used to eat on that day, and and I think the most important is to meet with our family because
Yeah.
that is the center of the day, no? Because I mean there's no better way to have your family and to share with them, and so that's the perfect way to share with them and to enjoy, you know, because I think the most important time is when you share with your family and when your I mean when your sons you have or
Mhm.
you know when you with your cousins uh
Yeah.
that's like to enjoy with your family and with your friends, you know, that and with your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay. Do you think American people do dancings on the streets like us? Maybe at midnight,
Oh,
Viviana?
well, teacher.
Or
Okay. Yeah.
Viviana, do you think American people make dancing on the streets at midnight
Yeah,
on
teacher.
Christmas?
Yeah.
You, Jorge, what you think?
Mm. Well, teacher, I think it depends of the culture, right? Because,
Uh,
for example, here in Colombia, we have the culture of dancer people, and we celebrate as a big thing that is a small thing, you know. But in the United States, I mean, there are people who are there are more serious. I mean, they are
mm,
more serious, and they are not so they're not so happy, you know. They are
yeah,
not so sharing people such as we are, you know.
yeah.
Mm, for example, they could share they have some celebrations, but I don't know if they do it in the midnight because it's very different. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Teacher,
Okay.
yeah, you how celebrated Christmas?
Eh, okay, good question. Okay, as you know, I was in the military for almost 25 years. So I passed many years in jungle or in the mountains, so far away from my family. Now, as a retired, I try to share with family. Usually, we try to get together at my mom's house when it's possible. So we travel to Barranca Bermeja and get together there. But if not, I share with my wife and children here in Melgar when it's not possible for us to travel to Barranca Bermeja for any reason. But the idea is to share in family as well. Eat traditional and typical food, of course. If it is in Barranca Bermeja, it's typical food in Santander. Pepitoria, chivo, sancocho. But here in Tolima, again, maybe lechona, tamales, and natilla and buñuelos as well. So, yeah, we try to share time together. And as well, it's coming from my wife, not so much for me, but she considered, okay, we need to decorate the Christmas tree, put the gift, and open them at midnight, and all the presents. Try to wear new clothes that day, things like that, no? So I don't really pay attention so much about those things, but she does. So she does. That's kind of many people in Colombia. I try to celebrate it. That's the way. Okay, thank you so much. I think I'm gonna stop in here. If you want to add or you have any suggestion, please let me know. If no, I think that's all for this encounter. Anything to say?
No, I don't believe.
Okay, no. Jorge, no.
Thank, thank you, teacher. No, I don't have any suggestions.
Okay. Thanks both of you for being in here at this encounter, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. Be ready to talk on Thursday, God willing, okay? It's about cultural aspects as well, different places around the world. That's great to know, to have background, vocabulary, and understand a little bit, okay? So be ready to talk on
Okay.
Thursday. You ask me?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good rest of the day and see you on Thursday, God willing, okay? Bye bye.
Bye bye, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. See
Have a
you.
good
Yep.
day.
You too. Bye bye.